Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you had a great Christmas, Pinkmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. I wanted to do a video showing you guys basically how I transform Pinkmas in the house into the kitschy cottage. That's what I kind of coined it because after I had my first Pinkmas here in the house, I was super depressed when I had to put it all away and the house felt really bare. And I know a lot of people feel that way too, is that the house gets really bare, it's kind of depressing, and then you're kind of prone to the sads or that seasonal depression because everything just looks so dull. There's no more sparkle, there's no more color. So one way I found a way to combat that is that I transform the house into the kitschy cottage, which leads into the spring decor in around March or late February, depending on how I feel. So the kitschy cottage, basically it's a mixture of different generalized winter items that I kind of curate throughout the year. Some Christmas stuff that I just kind of keep up because it can blend easily into general winter. And then a few other fun things. And a lot of the stuff is actually items that I curate and find throughout the Christmas season that I didn't feel like I got enough of during Pinkmas, so I don't feel like putting them away right away. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we're gonna go through basically me pulling down Pinkmas and wrapping up Pinkmas, and then kind of showing you guys just like a generalized tour of where the kitschy cottage is in the house. So thanks for watching. So this is just a fun little setup that I did during, basically to lead into Pinkmas, or to lead into kitschy cottage. So this lamp here is actually a light fixture that I found at an antique store. It was super cheap. I think it was like 15. She had it lit up like this in the window, and when I asked for it, or asked to see it, she said that it actually didn't light up. She actually threw Christmas lights inside to light it up, and I was just like smitten by it. I loved it. It's glass. It's kind of got this like beveled acorn shape, and then it has small little starbursts around. So actually you can use it as a light fixture on, like, you know, the ceiling. But I liked her idea so much. So basically I threw a bunch of Christmas lights inside and used it as a little reading lamp on my mid-century fiberglass table here. And then I found this guy at an antique store that I often shop at here locally. I really liked him. I don't even know why. Something about creepy Santas just get me, and I don't have a lot of them in the house. But this guy here, I think I got for like just a few dollars because on Boxing Day, they were clearing out all their vintage Christmas items for 75% off. So yeah, he was very affordable, and I just love that he was gold because I try to get rid of anything red or like anything that screams Christmas colors, but the gold can actually really sort of tell a story into the winter and the winter aesthetic that I go for. So I have him out, and in front of him is, if you guys watched my crafting, Christmas crafting, I kept these kitties out here because I couldn't get enough of them. They were so cute, and also just like that pink sparkle, it leads really well into the kitschy cottage, but as well as Valentine's Day. And I don't do a lot of seasonal decorating for Valentine's Day, but I did find that this might kind of like lead into it, and it will make a great piece for up until spring basically. This is my tension pole lamp. I have it out all year round, and it kind of like floats around the living room depending on how the decor is happening, or, you know, the flow of things. And stuff. So it's white on the top and gold on the bottom, and it's got these teak ends here. So I typically will have this kind of like by the Christmas tree, but this year I switched everything around and now I have it kind of by the light station. So it kind of has a nice pop of color. During the transition from Pinkmas to Kitschy Cottage, I actually wanted to paint the walls. So the walls are a ballet slipper pink and eggshell, and then the other wall, which I'll show you guys later, is a very light buttercream yellow. So it's like a sorbet. So I thought that the two pastels played really well off of each other, and they will go well with all the other decor throughout the year. So this isn't much right now, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys and basically kind of show you the motifs that I go with when I'm going to more of the Kitschy Cottage look. So I use a lot of like dusted acorns and pre-frosted little trees here. So this one here, I ripped apart an old wreath that I found on sale at a different store, and I just kind of threw it in this like tin basket here. And then this one was actually just like a Christmas tree I got a few years back for like 80% off in February. And I just loved how it was frosted with snow. And so with the Kitschy Cottage, I actually tried to keep everything like related to snow and sparkle, a little bit of pink and reds, and sort of like the rose golds that I really kind of see. I relate a lot to back out of the rose golds and those really warm golds and rich golds, and then silvers and like really kind of beat up silvers, to just generalized winter and cabin feel, which basically the Kitschy Cottage is just that. It's cabin feel meets kitsch meets Barbie pink. So this is my setup for the stove, the wood burning stove that I have in the house. So basically every year I kind of like do really fun mantelpieces on here, but just lately I actually started using it. So whenever I use it, I have to clear it off. So sometimes it's all decorated, sometimes it's plain because you can't have anything on there because it gets really hot. But on here I have my rose gold tree family. They're kind of all sparkly. I never buy anything like that's full price. I always wait. So I never buy anything that's full price. I always kind of wait until it's on sale. So I picked these all up over the last few years for like 80% off or 75% off on like Boxing Day or whatever, because they just go so well. And they don't come out during Pinkmas. They only come out during Kitschy Cottage season, because like I said, I like to play off like the pink sparkles, the rose golds, and those really beat up silvers, because those colors to me kind of read more cabin feel than they do Pinkmas. Pinkmas is really bright, fun, nothing's muted. The Kitschy Cottage is a little more pastel, a little more soft, kind of like the relaxation after the busy season, just kind of like, you know, bunkering down and getting ready to take on the rest of winter. That's how I kind of feel. So anything that's sort of like muted, a little more softer, a little more cozy, that's what Kitschy Cottage is to me. So we've got those guys here. And then I have these, I found these for I think a few dollars each. They're actually supposed to be red, but they're so beat up that they actually look a little more pink. They're just fake candles that have like a little soft glow. I have them on all the time here. And I have them out because, you know, the cats can't knock them over and they're perfectly safe. And then of course I've got some flowers here. Another reason why I like to have a lot of sparkles and stuff in January is because it's my birthday month and I was almost a New Year's baby. I was just a few days short. So any sort of flowers, any sort of birthday cards, anything like that, even like a little fun gifts that I get, I usually kind of put them around to kind of celebrate the birthday month. So January is a very hard month to have a birthday in, as I'm sure other January babies know, and December babies, because it's overshone by a lot of what's going on in the world. Whether it's like holidays or everyone's recovering financially from Christmas, or even like, you know, they're recovering from party season, maybe not so much this year. But you really can't do a lot in early January for your birthday or even late December because everyone's still recovering. So this way I kind of get to just enjoy my birthday and enjoy the month of it in my own little way. So above the wood burning stove, I've hung these two knitted stockings. Oops. I've hung these two knitted stockings. Just because they're kind of cozy looking and stuff. I don't have these out during Pinkmas at all. These are just strictly the Kitschy Cottage stockings. I actually inherited them from my mom's Christmas decor because this was a lot of her sort of style, was that knitted, chunky, cozy sort of Christmas look. So when I found them in her boxes, I knew they had to come up. So I've got two, so one's here and one's over there. And then I have just like a general cheap Garland wreath that's got nothing on it over here. And then those of you guys who follow my Instagram probably had seen that I made myself a birthday wreath. So basically there is a birthday kitty right in there. I don't know if you can even see her. And some spilt milk and a Christmas sort of white flocked tree. So when I did my video about the kitschy crafting for Christmas or Pinkmas, I did another one just for my birthday because I had a birthday calico kitty and I had this like little spilt milk. So I thought that'd be really fun to make a birthday wreath that kind of brought in the colors of like Pinkmas and Kitschy Cottage, as well as just like generalized February or January colors like the garnet birthstone. So I put a lot of red berries in it just to kind of bring that in. Lots of pink, but yet lots of silver as well. A little more of like a birthday style wreath. So I'm gonna keep this up probably till, I wanna say February. I just totally loved it and it needed to happen, so I was very excited, so I know. So basically over here I've got one of my smaller pink trees that stays up throughout the year. I just linked a few little like LED lights through her, and then I threw in these like pink rose gold sort of things just because they were sparkling and super cute. And then on the other side I have my vintage ashtray. I've got the vintage ashtray here, and that kind of holds all like my birthday cards or any sort of Christmas cards that I still kind of want to keep looking at, or the ones that are still kind of coming in the mail late or whatnot. So I've got some birthday cards, Christmas cards. I've got a vintage pink tree on the bottom there that I actually painted myself. I found a white plaster one at a craft store and it was on for $2 because of Boxing Day. So I painted her pink just to kind of go with everything. And then of course I kept up my little fun vintage pink and white reindeer because why not? They just scream Kitschy Cottage, cozy, super fun and pink, and also kind of just like generalized winter. I threw in some LED lights under the white batting, so that way when it's actually dark out it looks like the snow is glowing, which is kind of what I wanted to do. And there's the rest of them down there where the record player holder is. And then again on this side of the TV I still have two more of those glowing candles there. Oh, isn't that lovely? Thanks, Egon. This is just basically my couch, and I kind of like to showcase all the warm, cozy blankets during this season. During Pinkmas, I also do the same, but this one here, during the Kitschy Cottage, I bring in a few more and just kind of layer and layer and layer until it looks super cozy and a little more quilted. So I've got here, this is a vintage wool blanket that I picked up from my aunt's vintage store. It doesn't have a tag on it, but it's very similar to my Eaton's one here, and you can't quite see the Eaton's logo, but the colors are pink, teal, and yellow, which are totally what I go for. I've had this one for almost 15 years, and this one I just picked up. And then on top, I have a blanket my mom made, actually. She hand knitted this one square by square when I was like 5. So I always have it out because it reminds me of her and it's super cozy. And then I got this like random Lynx pillow from my dad one year for Christmas, and though I thought it was a little random at first, now I'm kind of digging it with the decor. So every Pinkmas or every Kitschy Cottage season she comes out to hang out. And then of course I've got my reindeer pillow. Hi Egon. I've got this reindeer pillow. So I figure I bought this on Boxing Day a few years ago with another pillow that I actually needed. They came as a pair, but I kept this one, and this one stays out throughout Pinkmas and Kitschy Cottage because of obviously the gold, just like the simplicity of it, and it's really soft, and it really goes well with, you know, the rest of the couch decor. Oh, look at that. Yes, what are you doing, no crazy cat? And then over here I have a blanket ladder. So out during Kitschy Cottage, and basically it just kind of holds, you know, just random colors of blankets. So this blanket here sits on the couch during Pinkmas, but during Kitschy Cottage, I put it up on here because it doesn't quite go with like the big chunky knit feel that I want to like kind of like use on the couch. So it stays up on here, and then I have a scarf. This isn't even a blanket, it's a scarf. I picked it up on sale a few years back. So I kind of wanted to go with that plaid, and then I want to mix it with like a solid. So these both are scarves, and then I have some shawls on the bottom that are knitted from my friend. And yeah, so this stays out throughout the Kitschy Cottage season. It doesn't come out during Pinkmas, and when it's not out and around here, basically it just stays downstairs in storage. But I like bringing it out. I like having that exposed wood. It kind of just like brings that, you know, cozy, it's cold outside, it's warm inside feel, and you have all these blankets to kind of show that. I don't know if you guys can really see too easily, but this is a German 1930s calendar holder. I saw it, this is actually a new thing. I picked it up right before Christmas, and I had it up during Pinkmas because I loved it so much. And why I bought it was a little on the pricier end, but why I bought it was because I saw this image or one really similar on Pinterest, and I fell in love with it. I think it was even like a Christmas card or a vintage Christmas image that I just saw, and something really, it spoke to me. I don't know, I had like a moment where I'm like, oh, either I was there in a past life or I want to be there now. I couldn't even describe it to you. So I had the image, I saved it, and I thought I was going to print it out actually as a big print and like frame it somewhere during the Kitschy Cottage season. But then within days I went to one of the local antique stores, and she had it on the floor, and I saw it and I was like, oh my god, what is that? I need it. And she goes, it's a German calendar holder from the 1930s, blah 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 blah. So, you know, long story short, I totally brought her home, and now she's become a huge piece of Kitschy Cottage as well as Pinkmas, and I think I'm gonna keep her up basically until spring because I love the colors. You have your soft pinks, your soft yellows, even some soft blues. It kind of just brings all of the colors and the feelings of Kitschy Cottage together in one picture. So you can see too that like I like to bring in a lot of the Garland winter sort of aesthetic. So I have a couple of these, I glued pink decor onto these like sort of weird door hangings that have acorns and things. And then on the window, I just kind of have a really simple like green garland that I found at Michael's on like for 80% off. Like I said, I don't buy anything that's not on sale. But yeah, so I kind of keep that any sort of ledge I could hang something like acorny or just like wintry. I try to do because it keeps things looking cozy. And you guys can see I put the wreath that I made during the Kitschy crafting video up above the TV, and that one will stay there probably till spring as well. Above the hoosier, I typically like to have, I turn this all into like sort of like a big Christmas display, and then right now I just have my vintage party glasses, which I showed you guys in the What's Under My Tree video, as well as a few other little things. Cats just hanging out, trying to catch leaves because it's really windy where I am right now. They're trying to catch leaves through the window. I don't know if you guys really saw it, but I got a new vintage radio and it's so cute. So I've been listening to all my vintage radio or vintage music on it, as well as my Bluetooth. Just love it. These are also a newly acquired. So a friend of mine, she actually makes paper flowers, and so I ordered some pink poinsettias, and I wasn't able to get them until just recently, but I love them so much. They're totally staying up till probably spring. As you guys probably know, with these little cats here, you can't have poinsettias in the house because they're technically poisonous, and these guys would totally go after them. So I thought paper poinsettias was like such a great option, and the fact that she had a perfect color was just so exciting to me. So definitely picked these up. It came with this little vase. I can always link her down below if you guys want to see her other work. So I typically don't like to show off my bathroom because it's kind of like a weird thing to me. But in the takedown or tear down of Pinkmas, whatever you want to call it. I do decorate my bathroom a lot for Pinkmas, and so I just kind of want to show you guys how it looks now and kind of how I, you know, how I transitioned it. So everything's taken down. I have just like my K&P towels, and then I have my pink chalkware cats that I purchased in the summer, and then they were really beat up, so I actually painted them just to make sure they matched. And then I took down all my Christmas, all the Christmas stuff that was on here, and then I put up just my regular shampoo or my regular soap and lotion. So all year long, it's rose and rose, unless it's a seasonal. So I just buy these in bulk and then just always use them. This is what we have here for the display. So I've got the radio back up on with the Cobra phone, as well as the vintage other normal phone. I've got my atomic cats. I've got the cute little Avon thing, my lady head. She's holding a bunch of brushes. I still have poinsettias in my flower frog over here, but I think eventually I might just like put some pink flowers in there. But yeah, and then I have this 1956 lady calendar thing. I know my grandma gave it to me for Christmas. I just loved it. It was a part of her collection. So it's 1959, there we go. And it's a barbershop thermometer? I have no idea, but I love it. So I thought it'd be perfect for staying in the bathroom with all the other cute stuff. And that flower frog actually is hers too. It's from the 1930s, and she passed it down to me, and I am so in love with it. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope this inspires you guys to maybe, you know, kind of redecorate and reimagine your place of living. Kind of be yourself. You don't ever have to like nothing has to stay stagnant, and everything can always be changed. And if you feel like you're stuck in your life, you feel like you're stuck, you know, where you are, and you're getting a little like, you're feeling restless, we can't travel anywhere, we can't really do a whole lot right now. So sometimes just reinventing your place, like reinventing your favorite spot in the house, or reimagining like, you know, your entire house and your home, can really give you a new outlook on everything, and also make things feel a little less, you know, drab and sad, especially after the holidays. So yeah, that's kind of what I like to do. A lot of people think I'm a little crazy because I was such a stickler for changing up the decor on certain times of the year and making sure things look just right and have the feeling and the ambiance is there. But it is the only thing that can really keep me sane, especially when you can't do a whole lot. I hope you enjoyed the kitschy cottage transitional period before we get into the spring, which basically is just Palm Springs at the Katt household, but we will get there when we get there. So cheers. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. Comment down below, let me know what you want to see. Also want to let you guys know that my online store is now live, and I will post a link down below. You can find cat eye lashes, cat eye no straight liner there. Oh, hello. Thanks for all your support, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.